Hey there guys, so welcome to the second part of this video. If you have not seen the first part where I made my face cast, then you should go check that out first. I will link it down in the description box below, as well as I will try to put a little card thing there. I've never used that before, but I'm going to try. But I will have it down in the description below just in case I can't figure it out, but I should be able to, so. But anyways, welcome to this second video. Now I'm going to be showing you guys how to do the prosthetic that I made for Halloween, and yeah, let's go. So I just realized that the last video that I put up, I had voiceovers for the stuff to explain what I was doing, but I guess I didn't put them in the video, so I'm gonna try to put some voiceovers in this one to explain, because it's basically the same process as what I did in the last one, other than the plaster strips, which those you just cut up and dip in water and then put them on your face. Okay, so I went outside and sprayed some just like clear acrylic sealer on it, just so that hopefully the clay comes off it a little bit easier and it's not as like stuck to the plaster. Or at least that's my hopes. Everybody else seems to have used wood glue, but I already had acrylic sealer, and I didn't really feel like going out to buy wood glue. So, my laziness may or may not work in my favor. We'll find out. Let's get started. First of all, I do think that this is air dry clay, so, we'll see how fast it dries. Hopefully not too fast. So, I'm just going to go ahead and start building up a little bit of stuff. Let's do just little chunks at a time.
Remember that a little bit of clay goes a long way, so start with little chunks and you can always add more. It's a lot easier to add stuff where you need it than it is to sometimes take away where you have too much. But you can also do that as well, but it's just easier to go starting with little pieces and then just kind of add on from there, and then you can see where you feel like you need more or less. And I started out just by doing a general overall layer and then not worrying about the detail until I kind of built up a little bit of the shape that I wanted.
So this is actually kind of inspired from Teen Wolf, and so over here right now I actually have my phone sitting on the side, and I have a picture of Derek Hale, and I'm using his thing as a little bit of a reference as well for like, especially for like these little fine detail. If I bring it up there, can you see it? The little fine detail lines. These ones in like the nose area are kind of most important, honestly. What do you guys think? It looks alright? Okay, so now we are going to build the walls, and we're going to cast this.
Start out by making a thin line around the edge and then cut a sharp edge into that so that when you put the two pieces together later it will create thin edges for your mask, and then go from there and build your walls up around this sharp edge.
Okay, so not gonna lie, I'm slightly terrified that this is not gonna work. I'm more than slightly terrified. I'm very highly terrified. So I am going to mix up twice the amount of stuff that I did last time, just because I don't want to run out and I'm afraid that I will.
Now this particular plaster that I'm using says to use 1 part water to 2 parts plaster. So I did 2 cups of the plaster of Paris and then 4 cups of water. And then you just want to make sure that as you put the plaster into the water, you sift it slowly so that it can just absorb a little bit at a time, and don't mix immediately until you are ready to pour, because once you start mixing it, then it will activate.
So I just really don't want any air bubbles, so I'm going to stick my hand in the plaster just to kind of out.
Sure that if you do this, make sure that you wash your hands outside, because the plaster will ruin your drains.
Good morning, guys! So it is like 11:30 in the morning, and I just woke up a little bit ago, and I think it's time we undo our cast. And as you can see, I kind of spilled a little bit on the towel when I was pouring it. Hopefully it just kind of spilled over and that there were no cracks in the clay. Oh, there's one down here. Okay, I'm just going to take this towel out of the way. Oh, look, I spilled some. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that off my desk. Ugh. Oh, wait, maybe that'll work. Okay, well, whatever. I'll get that in a minute. Sad days. Oh, look, there's some over here too. Dang it. Oh, wait, that one came off. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna just let this chill there, and I'm gonna... Oh no, my cat,
Yeah, there was some not so pretty language used here, so I'm just gonna hum for you. Yeah, I was really sad because when I took it off, it also took the clay with it, so even if I wanted to recast it, I couldn't because it messed up my sculpt.
My mold broke. Guys, my mold broke. So now I have an issue. I don't know. I'm still gonna attempt to use it, but I don't think that it's gonna work. And I'm out of time because it's Halloween. Okay, so note to you guys, when you do this, make the middle part thicker. Because the sides were fine because they're thick, but this middle part, because it was thin, it split. Okay, well, I'm still going to try to use it, and hopefully I can still get a decent prosthetic out of it.
So at this point, I tried to glue my mask back together, and I set it up in the towel, and I have my other mask ready so that when I pour the gelatin in, I can push it together like this and put a little bit of pressure on it so that it melts out to the face, and the gelatin dries relatively quickly, so you want to make sure that you have your mask and your prosthetic piece ready, because they have to go together quite fast so that your gelatin doesn't harden before you get your mask on. And so I'm going to try and cast it like this, and we'll see what happens.
Alright, here goes nothing. There was probably a better way I should have done this, 'cause it's gonna be all over the towel. But that's okay. It's perfectly okay. Because I need... Oh, I did this so wrong. I did this so wrong. I did this so wrong. And it's not even sitting right. There we go. Yeah, I did this really wrong. I don't know why I thought that this was a good idea. I don't know why I thought that it was a great idea to do it this way. I'm an idiot. And at least I did it in a box this time. But now I get to pull Jello off a towel. Because idiot me decided, oh, I don't need to build up the walls again to try to, I don't know, make it work. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it comes out, if it works. Hopefully it works, and then my idiocy becomes okay, acceptable. Just gonna, like, let this kind of chill on top. Yes, it has a book cover, because I'm just cool like that. But the good thing about gelatin is if you mess up, like I kind of just did, you can remelt it and try again. So if it comes out horrible, it's not like a one and done type thing, and it's really cheap. Also, making the gelatin, I use the Knox brand, and you just put equal amount of gelatin and water and glycerin. But if you want to see that a little bit better, I did a Halloween video last year showing you how to do zombie makeup with the Jello, and it shows a little bit more in detail how to actually do the gelatin that I'm using. And so I will put a link in here and in the description below if you would like to watch that. Okay, so I kind of poked the gelatin on the side and it's not really sticking to me anymore, so I believe that it is done and dried and ready to go, and this is the moment of truth. Haha. Oh no. There's an air bubble. Oh no. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to do this again. So, yeah. I'm gonna, oh crap, how am I gonna do this? I'm now gonna take my gelatin off of this because it did not work. I did not do that right, which I figured I was gonna have to do it again. I was hoping for the best, but yeah, no, I messed up. So, like, this is not filled, really, and, like, as you can see, part of, well, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's, like, a little bit right here, that was on the nose of the cast, and, like, this part that was on the face of the cast, but the middle section is actually not filled, so that doesn't really work. My mold is literally being held together by gelatin right now. Guys, I'm really sad right now because I could have tried to recast this if it hadn't been so close to Halloween, but unfortunately, because it is, I don't really have the time to recast it, so I'm just attempting to work with what I've already got. So if you look right here, you can see all the detail in it. So this piece actually did come out pretty well. It's just not filled, like this piece right here. You can see there's nothing under it. It's just kind of a bubble. But that piece is actually not horrible.
So jump forward a couple tries, and I realized that I could use tinfoil as a way to kind of contain it and build up walls. It worked a bit better than the clay, which had mostly already dried out. And so about 6 tries later is what you're watching now. I tried to cast both halves individually, and that kind of worked and kind of didn't. And then I am now casting them both together again, and I realized that I can do layers of gelatin to kind of cast part of it and then continue on and fill in spaces that didn't get gelatin. And so I kind of did them in layers for this one, and this is the final layer and the moment of truth.
Look, I did it! Ha! I did it! Guys, I did it! Guys, I did it! Look, I did it! Okay, now this is the hardest part though, is now I have to get it off of this. That scares me, I think, more than anything. Oh my god, how am I gonna do this? Guys, how am I gonna do this?
Now, I had a really hard time getting this mask off, so I found out towards the end if you use a paintbrush to slide it into the edges, it helps to break it away.
Oh my gosh. Guys. Guys. Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. I'll probably have to do a couple. Oh no! Where's the other cheek? Oh, wait, it's just kidding. I know where it is. Fold it under. Guys, look! I did it! I freaking did it. Look at that. Look at that beauty. Look at it. Uh-huh. It's beautiful. I did it. Huh. Freaking amazing.
At this point, I just cut out where my eyes will be with the little sharp tool that I have and cut off some of the excess around the edges.
Okay, cool. I did it. Look, guys. My mask is there. And I'll just... I'm excited. Okay, so I am now going to apply the prosthetic, and I'm going to use... This camera annoys me because it keeps autofocusing, and then it blurs, and then it's fine. And I don't know how to fix it. It's a Nikon Coolpix S60? I don't know, it doesn't say it on my camera. I'll find out. But, if any of you guys know how to make it stop doing that autofocus blurry thing, please let me know, because I really need to fix it. Okay, anyways, I'm going to start by putting some spirit gum onto my prosthetic before I put it on my face. I'm so excited for this, like you guys don't even know. I've waited all day for this. Okay, so I put a little bit of liquid latex around the edges just to try to keep it down. Now, these aren't like the best edges in the world because, as you can see, I kind of really struggled getting this to even work. So, this is what I have.
So here are some pictures of the final product. I have one picture in the light and one taken in the dark. Now, I personally like the way that it looks in the dark better because you can't see as many of the like cracks and mess ups because of the broken cast, and I struggled to even get it to look like this and honestly be one piece. So although I'm not the most excited about it, I am still pretty proud of being able to do this.
Hey there guys, so it is the end of the night on Halloween, and I'm sorry that I didn't get this video up for you on Halloween, but I had a lot of fun trying to make the mask, even though it was really difficult, and I didn't have so much luck, and I have learned a couple things to try next time, and I feel like I wasn't very happy with the way that my prosthetic came out, and so at some point in the future, I hope to redeem myself and try again, but probably not anytime soon, honestly, because it takes a lot, and I procrastinate, which I need to stop doing. But anyways, I did have fun making it, and I'm proud of the fact that I actually was able to make it. So, I mean, it may not have turned out exactly how I wanted it to, but it still came out better than I expected it to, I guess. But okay, well, I just thought I would wrap up this video. Yeah, I mean, it came out good. It looks better in the dark than it does in the light. Um, but yeah, so I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to click subscribe while you're down there. And ring that little bell if you want to get notifications from me. Alright, well, I guess that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had a fantastic Halloween. And I guess I'll see you next time. Bye.